Hi, hello, and welcome to episode 14 of The Knitting Esquire. This is a YouTube channel all about my knitting and crafting adventures. My name is Candace, and I am coming from you just outside of Orlando, where I live with my husband and our two children. And by my handle tag, I am an attorney who loves to knit. So, without further ado, why don't we just jump right into today's episode? You can find me over on Instagram as Candace Sue ESQ Knits and over on Ravelry as the Knitting ESQ. I will also make sure that all of my contact information is listed below in the description box, and any projects that I talk about today, as well as makers and dyers and patterns, will all be listed as well in the description box. And I will also make sure that all of my project pages for Ravelry are linked below, so you can go and look at all of the additional details on my projects there. So let's get into some finished objects. This week, it's been, what, 2 weeks since I last recorded, so I have two pairs of socks finished. Just chugging along with those socks. I think that with summer sock camp wrapping up at the end of August, I will probably start to switch a little bit. I don't see like socks going away. I'll have one always going. I like to have it when we have stuff going on, if we're in the car, but I probably won't make it as much of a focus, especially since I need to get started on that Florida State Fair shawl that I will update you on here shortly. So my first finished object is the Christmas time socks that I showed in the last episode. So this is a colorway by Mama Jess Knits, and it is on her sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is her Christmas time colorway. I think yesterday, maybe today is the last day that she'll have this on pre-order. So if you want some great Christmas yarn, head on over to Mama Jess Knits and snag yourself some. I also noticed that today or tomorrow, so today is Friday, August 16th. So today or tomorrow, um, she has a great collaboration for Halloween. And so I've already set an alarm. I'm gonna try and snag some more yarn. I do want to clarify, the last time that I talked about these socks, I had said that it felt like it was a 2-ply yarn, and Mama just reached out to me, which is awesome. That made my day. This is actually a 4-ply yarn, and I think that's fantastic. It feels so light and airy, that it's I wouldn't have guessed. So thank you for correcting me, Jess. I I love your yarn. So this pair of socks is the Vanilla Socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. And again, sticking to my theme, a 20 row rib 2x2, 60 rows for the leg. And then I usually do about 50 rows to get to the toe before I start the toe decrease. And this is the full and complete set with the beautiful green mini and the awesome Christmas way. I started these on July 28th and finished them on August 5th. And this makes pair number 21 for 24 and 2024 and pair number 9 for Summer Sock Camp. So I think that that wraps up that pair. I feel like I had one done last time when I showed them and just had the last one to go, but you know, like I said, I can usually knit a whole pair of socks in about a week. Now, when I get into my works in progress, um, that sock been a bit sluggish, and I'll go into the reason why. Um, I will probably also pause on that project for a minute. There's another pair of socks that I do want to get done for a gift, and I'm going to cast those on today. So pair number 2 for finished objects is another pair of socks. And I don't think that these I had cast on yet when I last recorded. So this is a colorway from Stash. It is a Freckled Whimsy colorway from her Spells and Things Club. I believe it was the April of 2023 colorway. It's called Ricta Sempra from Harry Potter. And this is on her Serendipity base, which is the 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. And again, 20 rows 2x2 cuff, 60 rows for the leg, 50 rows before I start my toe decrease. And I used the mini here for the heel. I'm actually pretty proud I got that gap that you sometimes get is like non-existent in this pair. And this is probably the best pair I've ever done to match the stripes with, even all the way down to the toe. This one here is a little less, but it is pretty spot on. So I was really excited um with these completely matching. So yay for me to get these ones done. So I started these on August 5th, finished them on August 11th, so 6 days. This makes pair number 22 for 24 of 2024 and pair number 10 for summer sock camp. And that wraps up all of my finished objects for this episode. This episode will probably be a little bit shorter than normal. I'm trying to squeeze it in. I missed my normal recording day this month, or this week. So I'm trying to squeeze it in, trying to get it edited today and get it posted today. I haven't done that before. I usually need a day or two to get all of that done. So I'm hoping I can make my timeline, my self-imposed timeline, by the way, happen today. I do have a bit of a busy day at work, but hoping I can get it done and posted for tonight, so you guys have something to enjoy this weekend. So I guess from here, let's just head right on in to my works in progress. So I'm not going to show or pull it out. I did start working on getting caught up on my Taylor Swift blanket, Knit the Eras blanket by Kristen and Stitches, and Archaic Fibers. Did the colorways. I was a little bit disappointed, and I realized why I had stopped when I did. There wasn't enough yarn in the last skein that they sent over. It was supposed to be 100 grams, and when I waited after caking it, it was like barely 90 grams. So I had lost 10 grams, which is pretty big. That's a 10% difference. And so I couldn't get to the last, there's like a transition where you do a main 2 rows of the main color, and then you do another 2 rows of the contrast color, and then you do 2 more rows of the main color, and then start the next contrast color. I can't do the 2 rows of the last contrast color because I've run out. The last row that I did to complete the design portion of it is done. So now I'm just wondering, do I just skip and just do 1 line of the main color, or 2 lines of the main color, and not put the contrast in? Uh, I mean, I'll know. Nobody else would know that that's really what has happened, but it was just a little bit disappointing when you pay a pretty significant amount of money. It wasn't like this club or this project was a cheap project to join into. So to have that portion of it be messed up because you didn't have enough yarn. I can't even cut it from anywhere else. I legit used up every ounce of that yarn. So I'll figure it out, but now I'm realizing why I got stuck when I did and kind of just like put it aside because I was really frustrated with it. So I will get through it. I'll make it work. But that was, that project. And so I just wanted to update you because I did say I was going to try and make that a priority. So I did. Um, we'll get there. So, with that, I then started a new pair of socks. Um, they are at a very funky point, so I'm going to be careful. I was working on them this morning and I'm switching over to the DPNs and I needed to get the kids up and get them ready for school. So I have 3 stitches on a DPN as I'm trying to transfer them from my 9-inch circulars. So this is another colorway by Freckled Whimsy from her Spells and Things Club. This one is from November of 2023 and the colorway is called Beware the Whomping Willow. And they are truly the Whomping Willow. And so like the other pair that I just showed you from her club, I wanted to break right at the color line, the stripe line, put in the heel and start up. So hopefully I can get these to match the same. These are going to be a gift for Christmas for somebody. So they are much longer um, than I normally knit. I'm actually doing 75 rounds before I started the toe decrease. So a little bit more. And I also cast on 60 stitches instead of 56 stitches, which you wouldn't think is that big of a difference. It's only 4 stitches, but it is. It's taken me much longer. So I started these on Sunday this past week, so August 11th. It is now the 18th, and I don't even have a full sock done. So I do have somebody's birthday coming up, so I'm going to put these aside. Well, I'm gonna finish this, get this over to its DPN status, and then start the next pair of socks, and I'll show off the yarn for those. Since the birthday is coming up next week, I wanted to make sure to have those done by Sunday so I can gift them on Monday the 26th. So this is Freckled Whimsy's Splendid base, which is the 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon base. And again, 20 rounds of a 2x2 rib cuff, and then 60 rounds for the leg. I already went over the foot, and I have this cutie little bell progress keeper here. Let's see if we can get her to spin and show off. Aw, look at how cute she is. Maybe? Come on. Look at me fiddle here. It doesn't want to do it. This progress keeper is from 3 by the Sea Designs. Oh, there. Oh, almost. Get off my face. Ha. Uh, sorry about that. 3 by the Sea Designs, and it came with their Beauty and the Beast colorway that they did as a mystery sock set, I think in December of last year. By the way, their mystery sock set for October is dropping tomorrow, and it is Hocus Pocus themed. So I will also be jumping on that bandwagon. So all of these great yarn dyers can just have my money this weekend. So thank you for that. Hopefully I will have this done by the next time I podcast. I'm sure it will be done. The other socks will be gifted probably, so I'll make sure to take pictures and share those. But I will go ahead and show off the yarn for those. This project is living in my Harry Potter bag that I made, and it's got these cute little glasses on the inside and the sorting hat for the zipper pull. So that's fun. And then the next pair I'm going to cast on today, this individual is a very clean line, like black and white, very neutral color wearer. And so I didn't know if I did like a big pop of color on the socks that they would actually enjoy or wear them. I do have some fantastic colors that I could share, but I have decided to keep it a little bit low key. I have this yarn from one of the yarn clubs that I was part of by Honey and Wool. They're based in Michigan. It was their I forgot the name of the club that they do. It's a great club because they feature different dyers every month. And then they choose a theme. I think the year that I had done it, it was like supposed to be kind of like Michigan themed, um, things around Michigan. So I had like some blue spruce colorway dyed yarn and some dunes and like Sleepy Bear dunes and stuff like that. So it was really fun. And I believe that this is one of the ones that came from them. Um, it is by Big Sky Yarn Company, and it is on their Star Sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway is called Midwinter Thaw, and it really does look like a midwinter thaw. Um, so make it focus here a little bit better. Big Sky Yarn. And it's just like this nice neutral with some speckles, and I just figured that it's wearable for most anybody, but you still get some fun colors sprinkled throughout. And I think that this will just make a lovely pair of socks for somebody. Um, I think I might throw in some leftover mini from something just for the heels, maybe the toes, heels and toes, or toes and cuffs, something. Um, just for a little pop of color, make it a little bit fun. Maybe heels and toes. You can hide those if you don't want to show them off. And so this will be cast on today and hopefully done before the next time I record. So those are my current projects and a future project for you. I do want to give an update on the Florida State Fair shawl. So I went ahead, like I said, and I had ordered the yarn from Magpie Fibers on their Swanky Sock base. It's come, and I was going to cast on the day that I received it in the mail. But when I pulled it out of the package, it wasn't white enough. It's whiter than bare yarn normally is. There's generally like depending on the base of the yarn or the type of sheep, um, there is a little bit of a yellow tint to it, like a hue. They've definitely dyed this to take most of that out, but it's leaning a little bit more tea, like dirty water, tea water. And I should have known from the name um, that it probably had a hint of brown to it. And it would have been fine, but it was more than what the picture online depicted it to be. And I looked on several different screens to see like different brightnesses to try and pull, is it white enough for me? And it looked white enough. But when I got it, I like had it in the house and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can make this work. Maybe it'll be okay. Then I took it outside to get it in the natural light and I was like, okay, well, maybe it will work. I'll just cast on. And then I was like looking at it before I started casting on, and it's not what I want it to be. I wasn't going to be happy with it no matter no matter what I did. I was like, well, maybe I'll just add some pink beads to this one, like some light pink, and make it more ballerina-esque. And it's not going to make me happy to do that. So I went ahead and ordered Snowball White from Yarn Cafe Creations on her grande skein of yarn. I ordered that a week or so ago now, and so hopefully that'll be here shortly and I'll get that cast on right away. I'm not really worried about time. I think I have until mid-December, maybe even the beginning of January to get this done. So as soon as it comes, I'll skein it up. I think it actually comes skeined up, so I don't even have to worry about that. And I will just cast on and get this project going. So as soon as I get that, hopefully soon, maybe it'll be a new cast on for the next podcast, but I just wanted to give you an update as to where I landed with that. I will certainly use the yarn that I bought. I got 2 skeins of it, and I can definitely make um, probably a sweater with some minis in it and make that work. So I will keep you updated on that one. But so far, I've struck out on the Florida State Fair shawl and I'm working to correct it. But this is what happens as, crafters go. I've just learned that I don't, if you settle and say it'll be fine, are you really going to be that happy with it? And you spent all of the time and energy in investing in that. So from one knitter to another, one crafter to another, this goes for any kind of crafting, really. Don't just settle. If you think about it and you're like, oh, I don't know, and you waited and you still don't know, it's not the right thing. Um, find find whatever it is that you know is going to complete that project to make you happy. So I will wait, even though I want to cast on and I'm itching to cast on. Um, I will wait until the new yarn comes. Um, and I have one procurement. So let's scoot on into that segment. Um, I'm disappointed in myself. I was committed to getting all of the Disney Princess yarns from Mandy's Makings, and for whatever reason, I didn't get the notification in Etsy or in Instagram that she had dropped the colorway for August, and it's only open until the 5th day of the month. Now that I have that stuck in my brain, I will make sure to go in and order for September, but I missed out on the August colorway. I think she was doing Tiana, maybe, or maybe it was Merida. It might have it might have been Merida. I feel like I'm a little bit really disappointed that I missed this one. So, Mandy, if you have extra, hit me up. Um, no, it's okay. I did get though the one from July, which was Cinderella. And, just think of her in her ball gown, as the fairy godmother does her little wand and swooshes and she's in that beautiful blue and then like in the evening. That's totally, you can see it now, can't you? So color is pretty spot on today. Maybe a touch darker than as it's showing. It's not blown out, but like down there for sure, that's the true color right there. So, um, can't wait to have some Disney stuff. So we also, and this kind of leads into, we decided to go ahead and get Disney passes for this year. And so now I have all of this great Disney princess stuff. I've got Belle, I've got Ariel, I've got Cinderella. I think there was another one somewhere. Um, Now I need to knit some Disney stuff. Maybe I'll start doing like little vlog days at Disney and you can catch me knitting at Disney and I'll add them throughout. That might be fun. Um, Let me know if you think that would be fun, watching me knit at Disney. All the places you can knit at Disney. Maybe you'll see me and you can join. We can have a Disney knitting meetup at one of the parks. I know one of the places around here, like one of the groups, does a Disney day and they'll go and meet at like one of the Disney hotels and sit and knit for a few hours for the day. So that's always fun. But if you're in the area and you go to Disney and you want to find a place to sit and knit, let me know. I will happily join. Um, so I think that for today, that about wraps it up for what I have. I told you it was going to be a little bit shorter. Um, Maybe if I can make this a consistent uh, recording day, I can pop on a little bit more often. But I've committed to 2 weeks and I've done pretty good, so I'm proud of myself for that. Um, so I hope that you are enjoying all that you're making, that it's bringing you joy, and that life is well for you. Please comment. I love reading them all. I respond. You guys are fantastic. So I love interacting with you. So like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff that YouTube loves to see. You can ring the bell and turn on notifications so that way you don't miss the next episode. And I will see you next, 2 weeks? Next week? 2 weeks? One of those. Happy making. Have a great weekend. Bye.